Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Ryan, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my nighttime end of day kind of clean with me. I typically try to do most of my cleaning towards the end of the day just because throughout the day I feel like it's kind of pointless just because I have 3 kids and they just kind of are going to make a mess anyway. So it's really no point of like being crazy and neurotic about it. I just kind of try to pick up, probably midday, early afternoon. So without further ado, let's just jump right into today's video and let's get to cleaning. So the first thing that I usually try to tackle is at least 1 load or 2 loads, maybe even 3 if it's a good day, of laundry, because laundry is one of those things that just kind of seems to never go away. Especially if you have a big family, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I, for some reason, just can never kind of get a control over the laundry. It's a challenge for me and I have accepted it, and it really doesn't really stress me out. It stresses my husband out because he's like, can we get rid of these clothes and put them away? And I'm like, yeah, you do that, you handle it. Otherwise we're gonna have to wait. Especially being pregnant, laundry is very exhausting at this time, and it just kind of, it's on the back burner right now. So it is what it is.
I belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want. You're the one I trust, and I always be around when I need some loving, baby. No one else. Yeah.
So this is actually the next day, or I should say the next afternoon, but I am just kind of finishing up laundry. I think I probably did like maybe 1 or 2 more loads this day. And then I just kind of straightened up my room because let me tell you, I really kind of needed it. I know my last video I did do a deep clean, but dust just gets everywhere all the time. And so I just kind of needed to take care of a few things that I didn't get to last time. And just kind of straighten up my room. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but my room has become like the free fall for everything. Like, I'm like, oh, I'll put away this later, and I just take it to my room. Or, you know, I just say, oh, I'm going to get to that tomorrow or later this afternoon. It never does. It just kind of gets neatly thrown into a nice little pile in the corner. And then I eventually get to it when I'm like, okay, this is out of control. So yeah, that's just kind of what happens. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish putting together this crib. If you've seen my previous video, I did put it together in my last video and kind of straightened up a little bit in my room and kind of reorganized my whole bedroom. But I forgot to put the legs on. For some reason, I just thought I didn't have them and just was like, let me call it a day. Pregnancy brain is definitely kicking in because, again, out of sight, out of mind, and that's kind of what happened. And I actually am very happy with this crib. I actually am in love with it, and I love the fact now that the legs are on, it's raised even higher because I was like, I kind of don't really like it. It's just an okay bed. But now that it's raised a little bit, I'm like, ooh, I really do love this crib. So, yeah, so I'm just kind of straightening up, like I said, and then we'll move on to the next part of this video. Now that laundry is kind of under control now, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of wipe my windows down. That was one thing that I wanted to do last week, but I just never kind of got around to it, to be honest. I just got tired and out of breath. So yeah, so I'm going to just tackle that today. And then I'm going to just go ahead and dust and kind of make the room a little bit more cozier. I added a few things into the room. I've always had this salt lamp light in my room, but I moved some crystals around and moved my diffuser. I also recently got this new snake plant that I love, and I absolutely love my room now because it's a little bit more cozy and more my style. It just kind of makes me relaxed, and I love going into my room. I spend most of my time, at least my downtime in my room. I just love being in there. The whole vibe is just relaxing and peaceful. So I absolutely am in love with my room. So now that I'm pretty much done with my bedroom, I did go ahead and move to the living room and the kitchen area, but I did have to take a break because it was dinner time and I just wanted to spend at least about an hour with the kids before they went to bed. So we ate and we got ready for bed, which was story time and a little bit of playtime. Lately, we've been just doing puzzles right before bed. It gets them, it kind of helps them kind of wind down a little bit, but without going like straight to bed. And it really helps because it gets them to sit still, they're learning, and we actually get to spend time together. It's actually one of my favorite things to do. I know reading books is kind of a major thing for people, but we do read a lot. So for us, just doing puzzles together, it's just kind of like our new tradition in a sense. So that's just kind of what I did here. And then you'll see me go back into the kitchen and just kind of straighten up. So now that the babies are nice and cozy in their beds, I'm going to go ahead and wipe everything down, the fridge, the cabinets, everything that's kind of like in their reach, because I don't know, it just, when you have kids, it just, you find stuff that gets sticky. You don't really know why it's sticky. You don't know when it got sticky. It just is. And so that's just kind of what I'm doing. And then I'm going to go ahead and put away our dry goods because I've kind of been stocking up a little bit. Even though when I say stock, it's not really like for months. It's just like 2 or 3 weeks. Just because with everything going on right now, I am trying to avoid going to the grocery store. Like even if it's for one thing, I don't want to do it. I don't want to stand in line, especially being pregnant. I'm just kind of over the whole line thing. I know I can shop on Shipt and Instacart and all these other delivery services, but I personally like to just kind of do it myself. And so, I just take the bullet and I suck it up and I go stand in line. So I've been just trying to stock up a little bit for at least 2 to 3 weeks and just kind of make it work. And then I'm going to go ahead and head to the living room and kind of straighten up in there. I'm going to vacuum the couch, underneath the couch. I'm going to get all the stuff off the floor and then just kind of straighten up whatever else needs to be straightened up.
I can hear them thinking out loud. Simple people acting so proud. I hear them talking about us. Yeah. I can hear them thinking out loud. One might think it's
Okay, so usually and typically I try to like sweep and mop at the very end, but this was a really busy day for us. We had homeschool this day and it was kind of a long day. And yeah, the floors were just a mess. It just kind of needed a nice, good, deep clean. I needed to shake the rugs. I needed to vacuum. I needed to sweep everything. And I usually typically like to dust everything off first and then go down to the floors. But it was just too much. I was like, I just got to get this stuff off the floor because it's just gross. It just needs to be up off the floors. I don't want to walk in it anymore or around it. So that's just kind of what I did. And yeah.
wishing that I'd fall in line. But you and me, babe, we're one of a kind. One might think it's obvious. Please don't spill your mind when you don't have a clue.
So now that our day is almost over, I like to kind of straighten up our homeschool curriculum, so to speak. I like to kind of get everything organized and ready for the next day if we're going to be doing homeschool the next day. We don't do it every single day, but they need breaks. They're children, and I'm not a neurotic mom either as well. But I try to get everything organized and prepped for the next following day because it just kind of makes it easier and life a lot more smoother. The final area of my home that I'm going to clean up is the entryway, and we don't necessarily have a designated entryway, but I did pick up this like little shoe or like, I don't even know if it's a shoe rack, but this little tray that I've been putting all of our shoes on. I should have got another one because I'm like, we have a pretty big family and we need another one. But I did go ahead and wipe that down with some disinfecting spray and just cleaned up around there. And then of course swept again. And then the final thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and mop a little bit because we are pretty much done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys found some motivation in this. If you like this video, don't forget to share it with your friends, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.